Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Bujvala Ahu Ala Deshe Vanamala Kore Jala Mala Gala Vanamala Kore Jala Mala Shiva Sukhanarada Kene ga 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 Vakati vinoda dekhe Varara sampada Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Dala dala ine. Hiranyakashipu vachaha. Shilatanka nakalae. Tornasema para tornasema. Yato yato ya mita tornasema. Baer nasema redaer nasema. Alasema madem sharanam prapade. Tavakara kamalavare nakam abuta shringam darita hiranyakashipu tanu bringa. Shavadeta nalahale upa jai jagadisha hale jaya jagadisha hale jaya jagadisha hale. Singh Bhagwan ki, Pradhan Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Premanand.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahans Parivraj Chakracharya Sutara Sadasimulis Divine Grace Shilai Se Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahans Parivraj Chakracharya Sutara Sadasimulis Divine Grace Shilai Se Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Goswami Prabhupada Ki अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य श्रद्धास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की श्याम वेद भक्त वृंद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की इस्कॉन बर्लिंगटन यात्रा की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Iskcon Burlington. Thank you for coming. So today we have a class, a special class. So we'll ask all of you to please take your seats, and we'll start with the rest of the program. So today we'll be doing a class on the Rath Yatra. So you might not need the Bhagavad Gitas. So we can keep the Bhagavad Gitas in the back, but you're welcome to hold on to them. All right. So as you know, that in less than 4 weeks we'll be celebrating the grand festival, which is the Rath Yatra. So this year's Rath Yatra is on August 22nd, which is on Lakeshore, same place as last year. So this is the 5th annual Rath Yatra, and we hope all of you can come. Also, we need people to do seva. So if you're asked to do seva, we hope that you can honor it to serve Lord Jagannath. So it is said, according to scriptures in Skand Purana, it says, Rathe cha vananam dishite punam janma na vidyate. So that basically means that any planet from the top to the bottom, from Brahmaloka all the way down to Losyoka, will not give you any liberation. But if you simply see the Lord on the Rath, when he goes on the Rath and you pull him, that just by doing that, you'll go back to Godhead and never take birth again. Punar janma na vidyate, according to scriptures. So with that in mind, we'll focus on the class. So the class will run from now until about 6:30, and then from 6:30 to 7 we'll have, or 6:30 to 6:45 we'll have kirtan, and then we'll have prasadam. So thank you so much. So with today's class will be given by His Grace Yogeshwar Prabhu on the glories of Rath Yatra. So we ask you to please pay full attention. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Also, by the way, you might have seen some pledge forms that will be coming out. So we ask all of you to please give openly for the Rath Yatra. It'd be greatly appreciated, as we need there are a number of expenses. So anything that will come will be used for the Lord's pleasure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So before we start the class, we'll sing Jai Radha Madhav. जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय Srila Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So we'll do two things before we start the class. The first is we'll be reading from the book from Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita. So Krishna Mohan Prabhu, what do you like to read today? So every Tuesday we have a class at 8 o'clock. So if you want to join, please reach out to Vishnu Chit Prabhu, or maybe you can reach anyone from the council.
There were also risks in traveling. Once he was sitting in a train compartment in Mathura station when a monkey suddenly entered and took away his belongings. Early one morning before dawn, while he was on his way to Kanpur in a two-wheeled horse carriage, the horse was going at a fast trot when suddenly it hit a large heap of rubbish in the middle of the road. The carriage turned upside down. Horse, driver and carriage all landed in heap, and Abhay was thrown into the air. But he landed unharmed, feeling as though he had just changed to another seat, because Abhay sat but said nothing. Driver thought he had been knocked unconscious and become anxious. The passenger was all right. However, the driver considered it a miracle. Since the cart had so violently ejected him, Abhay took it that he had been saved by Krishna, and he remembered similar incidents, starting with his childhood, when his clothing had caught on fire. Krishna had always protected him. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhu. So as you can see, Srila Prabhupada, he has gone through so many troubles. This is his episode like in India. And then in the later books, when we are reading, we will see what happened when he comes to North America. So anyone, if you don't have this particular set of Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita at your home, please reach out to us. Hare Krishna. So now we will chant for a few minutes. If you have your chanting beats, you can chant, or maybe someone has given you the beats. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Om Gyantimarandasya Gyananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yen Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathan Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kan Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. So first of all, thank you very much Jagannath Mishra Prabhuji giving me the opportunity to speak about Rath Yatra this year. So how many of you have visited the Jagannath temple in Puri? Okay, so I see 5-6 hands. So hopefully I'll take you to the Jagannath Puri today, the Yatra, and then we'll speak about the Jagannath Yatra, why it is so important, and a couple of stories about Lord Jagannath. So starting about the darshans. So this is the Jagannath temple, daytime. This is how it looks like. And this is the night time. And the nighttime darshan is even very beautiful. Last year we had the opportunity to go there and all of a sudden the light went off. And we got the opportunity to see this picture on the right hand side and it was completely dark, not light, nothing, anything. But they had just, like, it is a beautiful darshan. You just go there and you feel some like divine presence there. It's a case with all the dhams, but this is very, very special and we will see why it is so special. So this whole Dham Kshetra is known as the Purushottam Kshetra. Purushottam Kshetra. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is written, Sei Gaur, Sei Krishna, Sei Jagannath. So Lord Jagannath is non-different from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. So Lord Jagannath himself is Krishna, but in a different mood. So we'll try to understand the mood, the bhav. These are the main deities in the temple. So here on your left is Dauji, Balram, Lakshman, and middle is Subhadra Maharani, their sister. And then this right one is Lord Jagannath, Krishna. And then on the back, if you see over here is a Sudarshan Chakra. So this is the form of the Lord in the Jagannath temple. And it is very, very difficult to take the darshan if you go there, and if you are very lucky, then you get very close to it. Otherwise, you have to take the help of the pandas there. You know, like there is a shortcut way always to take the darshan. So the pandas, you pay money, and you get to stand in front of the deities. But otherwise, it's possible, but it is very, very crowded. So this is the form of the Lord. And this is the only form of the Lord that is coming outside the temple every year. And guess what? Prabhupada ji made it so special for us that we had this opportunity here. So today there was a Rath Yatra in Brampton Temple. And when is our Rath Yatra? Everybody knows now. August 22nd. So that means there is a lot of efforts need to be done. So we will hear why we have to put so many efforts into the Rath Yatra, why we have to come forward, why we have to donate, why we have to do service. So we will all learn these things in today's class. So before we start, if you go to India or all over the world, it is famous. There are Char Dham. And there is a Chota Char Dham. Okay? So the Char Dham, they include the Badrinath on the northern side. Location is Himalayas. And main deity there is the Lord Vishnu. Then the Jagannath Puri on the east side, it's in Orissa. And Lord Jagannath is the predominant deity there. Dwarka is in Gujarat side, Lord Krishna, Dwarkadish. And Rameshwaram south, Tamil Nadu, Lord Shiva. So this is the famous Char Dham. And then the Chota Char Dham, Uttarakhand, Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. Okay. So this is the clarification between the Char Dham and then the Chota Char Dham. So let's not confuse with that. And out of the 4 dhams is the Jagannath Puri Dham, which we are going to talk about today. So some facts, interesting facts about the Lord Jagannath temple. In this picture, you can see a chakra on the top and a flag, and it's almost 15 foot high dome. And every day there is one person who hosts these flags. They take out the old one and they put a new one. And if you happen chance to look at the YouTube video, just see it without any strings or anything attached. That person is, with the mercy of Lord Jagannath, he is going to the top, to the chakra, and then he is changing everything. The flag, this particular flag, it is amazing. You just watch it, and you will see your goosebumps like. It's amazing. So it's a daily ritual. A temple servitor climbs 215-foot dome. Again, as I said, barehanded. Okay. Here, if you have to go maybe 2 or 3 stories, you have to keep that rope like bound to you, and then only then you can climb. And it is believed that if flag is ever missed being chased for a single day, then the temple must remain closed for 18 years, and it has never happened. Okay. So it is a daily ritual. Everybody sees this picture and connects with it. What is this? Prasadam. So it's known as a mysterious quantity of prasadam. It is daily consumed and produced. Okay. There are like the prasadam is cooked in 7 sacred pots, one top the other. Okay, there is a bigger one, smaller, 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 and then the smallest. Scientifically, the bottom one should be cooked first, right? Because the heat is there. But defying all the science, the topmost is cooked first. And it is happening for so many years. And then there is a Simhadwaram. Okay, so here is a sea. The moment you enter the temple, you won't hear the sound. The moment you come out, you will hear the sound. Again, it could be because of the design of the temple, could be because of the material that is used in the construction of the temple, but nobody can deny. There is another story that Lord Hanuman is protecting. There is one story about the Bedi Hanuman. So Lord Hanuman is protecting there. I won't be going into the details, but he is kind of protecting. So now coming to our main story about Jagannath, how Lord Jagannath appeared, what Leela he has done, and then what this all story is all about. So there was a king with the name Indradhyumna. So we are talking about Satya Yuga. Okay, so King Indradhyumna was a very, very pious king. And being the king, he has everything in his kingdom. So he was self-sufficient, but like sometimes you feel vacant, that something is empty. So his only desire was to serve the Lord. So he wanted to deserve the Lord, and he wanted to have the darshan of the Lord. How many of you have the desire to see the Lord? Practically everyone. But there is a catch. We cannot see the Lord very easily. So for example, let's take the example of Dhruv Maharaj. How many months severe austerities Dhruv Maharaj performed? Anyone? Canto 4, chapter 8. It is mentioned for 6 months he performed the severe austerities. And what he has done? First month he was eating on the fruits and berries, once every 3 days. We just had the Ekadashi yesterday. How many fasted Nirjala Ekadashi? Like no water even. It's very difficult. We do Nirjala Ekadashi once in a year. I do just once in a year. And it is very, very tough the next day. So Dhruv Maharaj ate fruits and berries once every, how many days? 3 days. Then second month, once every 6 days, grass and leaves. This is what he ate. Third month, water once every 9 days. Fourth month, inhaling air once only 12 days. Fifth month, stood only on one leg. And then the sixth month, he became so fully absorbed. He was so fully absorbed and meditating on Lord Vishnu that basically it is mentioned that he completely choked the universal breathing. So Lord Vishnu appeared before him. So the point, long story short, what I'm making is, it is a very hard process. It is a severe austerities that one has to perform. Then you can have the darshan of the Lord. But how it is easy for us that we have the opportunity to take the darshan of the Lord when he's sitting on the chariot. Srila Prabhupada made this process so easy. It is mentioned, as Prabhuji was telling, if you can see the Lord while on the chariot, while fulfilling his desire, which we'll come to know, you will get immense benefit that I even cannot talk or explain. That is the immense benefit. So King Indradhyumna, he lamented that he is not able to serve the God. So that was his desire. So whenever you have a strong desire, the Lord tries to fulfill it. So one day, a pilgrimage, a traveler came to his court. And then he explained that I saw someone worshipping Neel Madhav. Okay? So they were worshipping the demigods, they were worshipping the Neel Madhav on top of Niladri mountain. And the king, what he did, immediately once he knew that, he dispatched his chief priest, Vidyapati, to find this deity. So Vidyapati, he just traveled so far. And then after a month, he came to the mountain top, Niladri. And then he came to know about the local king, which is, they are known as the Sabras, basically pig herds. So the king of that basically tribe, he was worshipping the Neel Madhav deities. But because it was a special deity, he won't let anybody to go. Basically, he was worshipping the deities alone. So nobody knew except him. So then Vidyapati came to know that there is this particular king, he has a daughter. And that's the easy way out. So even though he was a priest and they belonged to the lower caste, basically the Sabras, and then he married. So once he got married, then he inquired from the daughter. And then she told the story that my father goes in the morning and this, and then after a while he comes back after worshipping the Neel Madhav deities. So if it's said that if you cannot get anything, at least get it through your wife, right? So that's what he did. Because she was very dear to the father, so through wife, he requested that he should also go with the father-in-law. Now, father-in-law had one condition. What was the condition? The condition was that Vidyapati has to be blindfolded. Only then he will take him. And Vidyapati was a very, very smart person. So what he did? He took the mustard seeds. And then while he was blindfolded, he was putting all these mustard seeds one by one on the ground. And because it was a rainy season, and then, like by the time they came, it was some time, and then these mustard seeds, they will grow after a while, right? So anyways, he went there, and he saw the darshan, and he was like basically flabbergasted. He was like amazed looking at the deities. So they performed the worship, and then again, he blindfolded so that he should not be able to see the path, and then they came back. Now Vidyapati, because he knew that it will be a while before the king will come and then he'll go, because it took him a month, right? So Vidyapati said, okay, now I have to go back. So he took the permission, he went back, he told the king, then the king came. By the time they came, it was almost 2 months' time. And within that time, the mustard seeds, they have grown a little bit. So he showed the king the path, but by the time they reached, the doors were closed. And they opened it, there was no deity. So the Neel Madhav deities, they were gone. On the other hand, the Vishwavasu, who was the tribe king, he was very, very devastated. Because in the dream, Lord told him that I have to go now. Because now I want to take the service of King Indradyumna so that he can serve me opulently. So he was very, very upset. So when he came to know that the deities have gone, he tried to kind of give punishment to Vidyapati. But later on, because the king said, it is because of me that he has done all these things, so please pardon him. Then Lord sends his devotees. So in this case, Narad Muni came. So Narad Muni told everything, that whatever has happened, it has happened for a reason. Because Lord Jagannath wants to come in a form so that everybody in the universe can worship him. That's why Lord has disappeared, the Neel Madhav. Now, Narad Muni told that to the king that you should construct a great temple, a big temple. Once the temple is complete, then Brahmaji will come and he'll do the installation of the deities. And he also tell him that there will be a wooden log which will come from the Kalpavriksha tree. And you should carve the deity out of it. So those were the instruction of Narad Muni to King Indradyumna. Now King Indradyumna, when the temple was built, then he was such pious that he was asked to go to the Brahmaloka. Where Brahmaji lives? He lives in Satyaloka, very, very far away. Because even Brahmaji has the desire to see this devotee. So they had the discussion, and by the time King Indradyumna came back, it was a long, long time. Like the time over the earth, 6 months here, 1 day in the Swargaloka. So a lot of time has passed. So nobody was there from the King Indradyumna side. So he was very, very upset, but he was very determined. So when someone is determined, they put all the efforts. So this is what he thought. If Lord doesn't come or he doesn't give me any kind of the direction, then I'll just fast and give up my life. So in the dream, he had this dream that there will be a wooden log coming, and then from that he should carve out the deities. So as per his dream, he found a log, but it was so heavy that nobody could lift it. So there was one person in the crowd from, again, this was the same person, Vishwasu, from the same tribe. So that person came, and then he took the log. And then they took the log where? To the Gundicha temple. So they took the log to the Gundicha temple. Now they were looking for a craftsman. So many people they came to carve out the deities, but whenever they were using their chisel, they used chisel to cut out the wood. it would broke. So then a person came, very old Brahman, his name Anant Maharana. So he came, so he had the condition that I will carve the deities for 3 weeks, but nobody should disturb me. So that was his condition. So they closed the door and he started doing work. So when he was working the first day, okay, the king was coming to the door and he was hearing the sound, okay, something is going on. Second day, third day, 1 week, second week. After 2 weeks, then suddenly the sound stopped. There was no sound. You know, like then you just panic, okay, what's going on? Whether the person has died or what he's doing going on, right? So he opened the doors. So when he opened the doors, this is what he see. When he opened the doors, there were 3 forms, 3 deities. Lord Balram, Subhadra Maharani, and Lord Jagannath. But when he saw, their hands, arms were like this, very short. Their eyes were very wide. And he was like, this is not the form of the deities that normally we see in the temples, right? So he was cursing himself, what he has done. He has done a bad thing. But then Narad Muni came. So Narad Muni comes at 2 occasions. What are those occasions? First, to guide the devotees what to do when they're in trouble. The second, to warn the demons that you should not do anything against Lord Vishnu. You should go, unki sharan mein jao. So he comes to give advice to both the demons and the devotees. So in this case also, he came. And then he described how he had seen this form of the Lord before. And this is the desire of the Lord to be worshipped in this form. So then he narrated the story. So this is the second story. What you can see in the picture? Anyone? What do you see in this picture? Krishna, Balram, and Draupadi. What else, mother? Anything else? Sorry? They're all young, yes. What else? Huh? Gopis. Thank you, Prabhu. Samir Prabhu. Very nice. So there are basically 3 things that you see. The front, you see the deities. On the back, you see the Lord Krishna, Balram, and Subhadra Maharani in Dwarka. And then these are the gopis in Dwarka, in the Vrindavan. Queens in Dwarka. But basically, they are meditating again, right? About Vrindavan, about that. So the story goes like this. One time in Dwarkapuri, all the queens, they were sitting next to Mother Rohini. And they all were saying, okay, we heard so many stories about Krishna, his pastimes, about Dauji. They were so naughty, they were stealing butter, they were doing all these things. We want to hear all those pastimes. Now Mother Rohini said, okay, I'll narrate this story, I'll tell you all the pastimes, but please close the doors. Why? Because if Krishna or Dauji came and they hear this story, then what will happen? They will go back to Vraj. And if they go back to Vraj, they will never come back to Vrindavan. Because if you desire something, you love something, you want to do something again. So in Dwarkapuri, Lord was busy in his day-to-day affairs. But then Mother Rohini, at her instructions, all the queens, they closed the door, and then Mother Rohini started narrating the story. But it happened to be Krishna is very, very mischievous. So Krishna came to know something is cooking inside, something is going on. So Krishna came behind the doors. He slightly opened the door and he started seeing what's going on. And where is Krishna? Balramji is also there. So Balramji also came and they both starting hear the story. And then Subhadra Mani, being younger sister, she saw. She said, okay, I'm going to complain about you guys, what you're going to do, what you're doing. They said, no, we just hear as well. So 3 of them, they are behind the door. Just imagine this scene, okay? They are behind the door and Mother Rohini is inside the room along with the queens and she's narrating the story. So when they were hearing about this story, about them, about their Leela, they were so much engrossed that they couldn't, like, they feel the passage of time. And then Narad Muni came, and Narad Muni tapped on the shoulder of the Lord. What's going on? And then Lord was like this. So this is another form. At that time, Narad Muni saw with the Lord with the wide eyes, with hands like this, that they were fully lost into the thoughts of their Vrindavan pastimes. So this is how these two stories they connect. Okay. Now, Rath Yatra. How the Rath Yatra started. Beginning of Rath Yatra. What is the significance? So now let's try to understand. Lord Krishna stayed in Vrindavan for how long? How many years? 10 years, 8 months, like that. Close to 11 years. Yes. So one time there was a solar eclipse at Kurukshetra. And you know, like whenever there is a solar eclipse, people all over the India or maybe all over the world, they go and then they take bath. It is very, very auspicious. So at that time when the solar eclipse happened, so it was a great opportunity for the Brajavasis. They also came. And then Lord Krishna from Dwarka along with the associates, they also came. So whenever the dear friends, they meet after a longer time, or the parents meet with their children after a long time, what happens? Tears in their eyes, and they hug each other, and they talk about the pastimes. This is what normally happens, or anything else? No gossip. Oh, what you did, how it has been, right? So, Shrimati Radharani and Gopis, very close to Lord Krishna, they missed all that association for so many years. So they took Krishna. Now this Krishna is different from the Krishna that left Vrindavan. This is Dwarkadish. So they were feeling a little bit of a separation. But anyways, they took Krishna and they said, Krishna, you please come with us to Vrindavan. So this is the upper picture that you see. Gopis, they are asking Krishna, let's go to Vrindavan. So they put Krishna, Dauji, and Subhadra Maharani on the cart, and the Gopis, they are pulling that cart. And they are taking Lord Krishna, Dauji, and Subhadra Maharani where? To? Sorry? Vrindavan. They are the two pictures below of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Shrimati Radharani. He's dancing ecstatically, like. There are different parties. When the chariot procession is going on, all over the place, people see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going round and round and round, because this is the mood of Radharani. So Radharani is seeing Krishna on the chariot. She is immersed in that form, that thoughts of Krishna. So this is how in Jagannath Puri, the Lord is on the chariot and people, they are pulling the chariot with the rope. Now Gundicha temple, so from the Jagannath Puri, the chariot, they go to the Gundicha temple. So we do the same process in Iskcon Toronto. In Iskcon Toronto, 2 weeks before the Rath Yatra, the Lord gets sick because we put so much water. Okay, but it is a reason. Lord gets sick, he is pretending to be sick because he has to go to Vrindavan. So that is an excuse. So behind the scene, the Lord is sick, but actually he is visiting Vrindavan. And that is the mood of the devotees. When we have the Rath Yatra, we pull the chariot to take Lord from Toronto, Yonge and Dundas Street to where? To the island, which is our Gundicha temple, you can say, or the Vrindavan. How many of you attended the Rath Yatra this year at Toronto? 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is a great opportunity for all of us who has not done next year, or on August 22nd, because we are having the Rath this year. So, right hand side you see Srila Prabhupada. This is the first Iskcon Rath Yatra outside India in 1967. So can you see how happy is Srila Prabhupada with his arms in the air? He's so happy. And how many Rath Yatras, anyone, they are happening in Canada now? Any number? 25 to 30. Mother is very, very optimistic. Yes, mother, 25 to 30 in the future for sure. But yes, there are a lot. We have attended, I think, 3 to 4 so far, but Stouffville is there, Barrie is there, Milton is there, Brampton is there, Scarborough is there, Toronto is there, Burlington will be coming, Oakville, Mississauga. So many Rath Yatra, but the catch is what? What is the catch? Why there are so many Rath Yatras happening? Forget about the number, but what is the best part? Lord is giving us the opportunity to serve Him. Only fortunate people, they will understand this thing. Because even if we tell so many times, it doesn't click. But if it clicks to us, we don't want to miss the opportunity. We want to be a part of the happiness that brings happiness to the Lord. If something pleases you, or let's say if something pleases to your kids, would you as a parent, you do it or not? Yes or no? Yes. So if something pleases to the Lord, that He is craving for His time back in Vrindavan, and He wants to go, and that is a tradition, and that gives the happiness to the Lord, what is then our duty? Do we want to be a part of that happiness and give Him the happiness? Yes or no? Yes. So with that notion, this is our Rath Yatra flyer, and it has been shared within our group. So Spencer Smith Park, August 22nd from 2 to 8 p.m. and 2 to 3 p.m. will be the Rath Yatra. Now for Rath Yatra, because it is the biggest festival for Iskcon Burlington as well, there are a couple of things that are required. The first thing is what is the first thing, important thing to hold any festival? You need Lakshmi. You need money. Without money, nothing moves in this world. So we are giving the prasadam, free prasadam. And this does not come free. There is a cost. It's a $5,000. If you want to see the breakup, we can give you, okay? So there is a $5,000 cost for the prasadam because we are looking for 1,000 people who will be attending this festival. So along with that, there will be a music system that we'll be installing. We'll be calling for a number of performers. We are paying for them. We'll be having a number of tents. We are paying for that. So the point is, there are a lot of activities that we are doing which requires money. So that is one thing. The second thing that we require is the manpower. So we as a temple council, Jagannath Mishra Prabhu as a president, and we as a temple council, like Krishna Mohan Prabhu, Vishnu Chit Prabhu, myself, Mother Goda, Radhikaraman Prabhu, Advaitnath Prabhu, Mother Bhavna. So we are all the council members. And then Tushriman Prabhu. We're all the council members. We are putting efforts behind the scenes. We have these meetings. But we need you to come forward and then participate. So some of you already put your names here. So this is the sheet where you already put your names. So if your name is not on the first 2 lines, my humble request to you, put your name. So there are number of activities that you can choose from. Put your name, the top 3 that you want to work, that you want to serve the Lord, that you want to serve the devotees. So that way you will be even more participating. Okay? So for example, Dhrumit Prabhu, you are not on the list. So like, we need people who can participate, who can help us. And what is the other way that you can help us? So these are the 2 ways. What is the third way? Sorry, mother, you're saying something? You want to say something? Hanji? The donation ho gayi. Donation first. This is second. Third is participation. You participate, you ask your friends to come. If they have not heard about Lord Jagannath, this is the opportunity. Because Lord Jagannath is coming out. If they don't come out, Lord Jagannath is coming out. I think they can come to the park. Anyways, we go to the park, right? So this is the third way that you can help. You can ask your family, friends, please come, take the blessings. That way you also get the sukriti, because you're asking them to come, you're also getting the benefit, the spiritual benefit. So these are few ways that you can help the temple, you can help yourself, and you can help your family, friends. So with that, I'll stop here. And if you want to read more about this, the pastime that I explained, Canto 10, Chapter 82, where it is mentioned how the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they went on the pilgrimage and reunited with Krishna. So if you have any questions, I'll take those questions now. Anji Prabhuji. Thank you. Like in Puri? So basically this Rath Yatra, like it is maybe thousands years old. It's not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came only 500 years ago, 500, 550 years ago, right? So this yatra is going on even, like as I said, like more than 1,000 years ago. Why? Because let's say even in not in this form that we see, like lakhs of people, they pull the chariot in this form. But actually it was happening. It's not something new. First thing. The second thing is, like Prabhupada when came in North America, it is known as the Yavans, like Malaysia and Yavans, the meat eaters, right? But the Jagannath deity is very, very merciful. There is no boundary for the caste, religion, this and that. Because if the Lord is fixed to only India, or being worshipped by Indian people, being restricted, then he is not the Lord of the universe. So talking about in 1967, Prabhupada came, he said, okay, let's do the yatra here as well. Because Lord Jagannath mercy has to be given to everyone. Now, since you asked, there was another point I wanted to mention here. So the point is this yatra is going on. Maybe at a smaller scale then, but then at a bigger scale for the last, and I have seen personally like 1,000 years old, even when the English people, they were ruling India. I've seen even that time the videos. So that is 300, 400 years old video, right? So it's not something new. It is pretty old. So it is mentioned that, like the impersonalists, they don't believe in the form of the Lord, first of all, the Mayavadis, right? Just briefly explaining you. So in this form of the Lord, this doesn't have the feet. So it defeats the argument. So we worship the Lord with the personal form as a feet, like Lord, if you go to Toronto temple, Shishi Radha Khichar Gopinathji. And this form of the Lord Jagannath doesn't have the feet. And in Shri Ishopanishad it is mentioned Lord is present everywhere. He is near, he is close to us, and he is very, very far away. He doesn't move, and at the same, he is faster, very, very fast. So the point is, this form of the Lord defies all the impersonalist arguments that the Lord is not stable, he can even move. But you have to have a bhav. You should feel, you should have that faith. If you don't have the faith, then nothing works. You have the faith, that's why you fly without thinking who is the pilot. Is it true, yes or no? You don't ask, you don't go to the cabin, Prabhu, you don't go to the cabin and ask the pilot? Himanshu Prabhu? Sometimes yes, because if the person who is flying is your brother-in-law, that's what I was coming to. Otherwise, you are not allowed. So the point is, many times, just without looking at the things, but having a faith, we go. So with that firm faith, that this is the Lord sitting on the chariot, none other than Krishna, and he has the strong desire to go to Vrindavan, let's pull the chariot. That's the only thing we have to. And then see the Lord sitting on the chariot while pulling, done. Your business is done. Rest, Krishna has to do. Yeah? Hanji Prabhuji. Yeah. Jagannath, yes. Yes. Mm. Jagannath. Correct. Thank you, Prabhu. When I was preparing, yes, that Jagannath word came, so I thought maybe people, yes, very right. So that word came from that, Jagannath, Jagannath. It's the same thing, Hindu. There is no word Hindu. There is a river named Sindhu. They cannot pronounce Sindhu, they say Hindu. Basically, we're all Sanatans. We follow the Sanatan philosophy. Okay, any other comment or question, please? Okay, so with that, Jagannath Yatra ki Jai Jagannath, Jai Baldev, Jai Subhadra Maharani ki Jai, Jagannath Swami Nayan Patgami Bhavtu Me. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we can all, Prabhuji Kirtan? Yeah, yeah.
Hare Krishna. So we can ask everyone to please stand up. We'll do kirtan. So before we do that, just like to ask all of you to raise your hands in the air. Just put your hands in the air and say with me, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you. The reason why I do that is because some devotees recently have fallen sick, so collectively we'd like to just pray for them that they get better very soon. We won't mention the names, but there's many of them, right from sannyasis to people that are doing seva for Jagannath, so we all pray for them. So please come on Rath Yatra on the 22nd, and now we'll do kirtan for the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll have prasadam. Thank you so much.